Hey Golf Clashers, Robbie Lee here again, and for beginners especially I wanted to talk about how to manage your gems better, which is the red one in the top right corner. The gold count is just to your left, and I'll go over gold a little bit, but I've seen videos about managing your gold, but not very many, if any, about managing gems. So I've started in the club card shop to illustrate this. Okay, now you can buy club cards with gems, right? For instance, the thorn. And whenever you click on it, you can click on compare, and you can compare it against the club that you're using, but it will not tell you, what it's going to be upgraded to. But I've got a little secret I'll let you in on. If you notice, for instance, it's pretty easy to see on the top spin, okay, on the right side of the screen at this point, on the thorn. Top spin on the thorn. Focus where it says 8. If you notice, there's gold, and then there's kind of a dark blue, and then there's a really dark blue. Well, that first dark blue, not the really dark blue, but the first dark blue, that indicates the maximum amount that the club can be upgraded to if it's fully upgraded. So, just a little tip. Now, if we go over to, and so I don't want to buy a thorn right now. The reason is because I've got way more accuracy with the Hornet. I know that the Hornet will come up to 100% accuracy if I upgrade it more. And, don't forget that these club cards, you'll be getting them as you open the chest every time you win a round. If you've got a chest slot and you're ready to open it, but I'll be into that in a minute too. So the Sahara is a new club, sand wedge, but you know what? Just because it's a new club doesn't necessarily mean I want to spend 500 diamonds on it. I've only got 766 if you notice in the top right corner. I'm not going to do that. Now the backbone long iron is a good long iron, and I'm not using it at the moment because I'm using the B52 for the accuracy as well as the distance. And I am going to buy a couple of club cards for the backbone. So when we click on the green button at the bottom that says 4 and it has the red gem, if you'll notice, top right corner, my screen will deduct 4, okay, but the next club card I buy is going to be costing me 5. So I click on that, next one cost me 6. Click on that, next one cost me 7. Whenever you go over to your rare clubs, the gold ones, then every time you click on the club card buyer button, that's where it starts at 10. When you click on it once, as you notice, it jumps to 14 and it keeps going up in cost. So that's another reason why you don't really want to buy that many club cards through the club card shop. Now, while I'm here, you'll notice that your gems can buy you chest, which is a terrible idea. Okay, for first place, you get the chest when you win the rounds, and they just cost way too much for what you get. You'll win chest. That's no problem. As far as balls go, whenever you buy a ball, as you notice, 60 buys 9 Navigator balls. Okay? Now, those are really good balls. If you look underneath that yellow line that says 9/9, 2 packs, it says 27 balls in total. That's how many balls I have of Navigators. So I'm not going to buy them. Of course, the ultimate balls are always the Kingmakers, but look how many diamonds they cost. As well as the Titans are very good balls. For the price, they're the best. 180 if you can afford it. but I've got 36, so I'm certainly not going to spend diamonds right now. Katanas are pretty good, a little bit less than Titans, and I've got 120 already, so I'm not going to spend on that, but they're the same cost as the Titans. And then that's when you drop down to the QUASARs, which cost 60. Those are very good if you need more side spin in your shots and you don't need that much power or wind resistance. But if you need more wind resistance and you don't need that much side spin, choose a Navigator because it has less side spin and a little bit more wind resistance. Got the same power as the QUASAR. Of course, if it's pretty much a straight way through, and especially if you got the wind at your back, then Marlins are a good choice. The wind resistance 1, side spin 1, they don't have any power, which means that when you pull the trigger back to shoot the ball, the needle's going to be swinging faster and faster. But as you notice, they're the cheapest balls in the bunch. So they're good to have a bunch of them on hand. Play those as much as possible. Further on down, you have gems. Now you notice to get gems here, every single one of them cost real money. And so, you really, really need to manage your gems as much as possible so you don't spend real money. And then if you look down at the gold, well, heck, look, they cost gems too. So, again, you're going to be spending gems. And you really shouldn't spend gems on gold or on chest, and very rarely on club cards, because what you'll need them for are the balls. As you can see, that is the only way to get the balls. Well, you get one or two in a chest every once in a while. The other thing is that at the top, between where you have your club cards and your chest, whenever we have the specials coming out, because they're having a tournament, they'll offer you a special. And if you look at it, you'll mostly find that the cost of the special includes gems, and the gems say 500 gems, right? And then if you scroll down here and look at the 500 gem cost just buying the gems, it's $4.99. The price of that special is usually going to be $4.99, plus a chest, plus some special balls. So those sales are always good if you got the money, but don't spend the money if you don't have it. Remember, this is just a game, okay? So you want to manage your balls when you're taking your shots, and whenever you click on a chest to open it, it's going to start to unlock the silver chest in 4 hours. So what I do is I let that chest run down. I do not pay diamonds. The exception is when you first get started in Golf Clash and you really need the club cards. You might want to blow 20 gems on a chest to get it to open right away so you got another slot. The other advantage is that you're going to open up a lot more silver chest than you open up gold chest or platinum chest. So as soon as I get a platinum or a gold chest, whatever I have that's timing down in the way of silver, I'll go ahead and spend the diamonds, open it up, and then that way I can start the timer on the gold or platinum chest. So I hope that explains a lot about your diamond and how to manage the diamonds. Focus on only using diamonds for balls, nothing else, because you get a few diamonds in the chest, or gems rather. And now just briefly about the gold. As you can see, I have 877,000 gold and some change, right? So divide that by 10. The easy way I do it is 100K times 10, add a 0. Okay, so I really need 1 million in gold to play it. It's a 10-to-1 rule. It's used in poker and other games of chance because you don't want to lose your shirt if you lose. So if I go back down to tour 6, I see that it costs 30K. Multiply that times 10, add a 0, and I have 300K. Okay, so I'm well within my parameters for that one. So I'm going to play a tour 6. Okay, so that's briefly about the gold and how to manage it better. And I hope you have a good time on Golf Clash.